we are live on the air with none other than Promise, San Francisco's own. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? Great to be on the show. Thank you so much, man. It's an honor that you consider me, to be on here, bro. I deeply appreciate that, King.
Hey, man, you know what? You got a new album that just dropped, and you know what? Every artist needs an interview to help promote their new record, man. And you know what? I really do hope that this brings you a lot of sales and it brings you to a whole nother level, man, because you most definitely deserve as much recognition as you do, if not 10 times more.
Thank you so much, my bro. I think you deserve the same too. You know what I mean? I see you shining, baby, and I'm so glad to support you, and I always will, man.
I appreciate that, man. And same goes to you, brother. So I have to ask.
Yes, sir.
You're a great
Okay.
artist. You know what I mean? You have very inspirational lyrics. You blow the hell off a mic, man, straight up. So I want to ask, what made you decide to get into music?
Okay, so what made me decide to get into music? I was actually, I say maybe in the 3rd or 4th grade, and either it was my brother or my uncle. We had cassette tapes back in the day, right? So I somehow fell into the I got a hold of the Ghetto Boys. My mind is playing tricks on me. Classic, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So I would, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Bushwick too. You feel me? I would recite the rhymes, and then one day I kind of like memorized the shit. So my mom's had a karaoke machine, and I played it and I rapped over it. You know what I mean? And I recorded it, and I brought it to my friend's house. You know what I'm saying? Back on Bismarck Street where I used to live. And it so happens that their older cousins were already rappers. You know what I mean? They went by the name Squadron. If you're from the Bay Area, probably back in the 90s, you might have heard of them. Indie underground artists, you know what I'm saying? But I played it, and they was like, yo, we should write some raps. We was real young, like 8, 9, maybe 10. And, from that point on, it was a rap. Like, we was in the shit,
That's crazy, man. That's awesome. Cassette tapes, man. I have to ask. I know this is kind of off topic a little bit, but do you remember your very first cassette tape you got, whether it was rap or not?
Man, you know what? I honestly couldn't answer that, bro. I really don't know, man. I got so many head injuries in life, so my memory, is kind of messed up, big dog. I apologize. I can't answer that question.
It's all good, man. I'm throwing that on the spot, and it's also going back quite a few years, right? It's weird. I remember little shit like that myself. My first tape was LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, and I don't know how I remembered that. I can't remember what the hell I ate last night for dinner, but I can remember my first tape I got when I was like 5.
Hey, that's what's up, though. That's good to know, man. LL, he's one of the, one of the best, like.
Oh, most definitely, man. He's still cooking it up on NCIS Los Angeles as well. Guy's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, man. For real.
So I gotta ask, man, the name Promise. How did you get that stage name?
Okay, so I actually had a few stage names. My first one was MC Archer. I picked Archer because I'm a Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius is an Archer. And I try to be precise with my shit. And I kicked it up to Knowledge. I used to go by Knowledge because I used to watch the movie Belly a lot. You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite joints growing up. And Knowledge, they said this thing during this little scene, like he was too smart for his own good. So I kind of adopted that, and I broke it down to another name. And then one day I was just sitting there, and it came up like promise. It's a deep word. When you promise something, you really mean it. When you try to work on that. So I felt that was a better rap name than a bunch of other names. Really.
That's honestly a great story, man. I think it fits you too, man, because you have some great lyrics, very inspirational lyrics, strong lyrics at that. So it's strong lyrics for a strong name, most definitely. So
thank you,
if you don't mind me asking this, if you want to skip this one, you can. That is okay.
Okay.
As for a lot of our listeners that don't know, you are Islamic. What made you convert to Islam, if you don't mind me asking?
So I became a Muslim in the year 2003 officially I took my shahada while I was incarcerated. But before that, I was already into it. I had seen the movie Malcolm X, and it was pretty, inspirational. And I heard a lot of rappers who would say a lot of phrases in their songs like Allah Akbar, Inshallah, and stuff. And it kind of intrigued me to research the religion. And also my mother, after she separated with my father, she her new man was Muslim. So he had different customs and stuff, like why you don't eat pork and all kinds of stuff. So in time, I kind of just researched it, and then I finally, I was probably like 14 years old when I bought my first Quran, and then I read Surah Al-Fatiha. You know what I'm saying? And in there, the first few phrases is, "In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. All praise is due to God, the Lord of the worlds," in plural. You know what I mean? And when I read that simple phrase of, Lord of the worlds, it opened my mind to the power of Almighty God. And us being humans on Earth, we only think that oh, we're here, there's God, and it's only us, but it's a whole universe. You know what I mean? And it's more universal to believe that there's a God of all worlds rather than just planet Earth. So that's kind of how that happened for me.
That's honestly a great story, man.
Thanks,
Islam actually helps a lot of people as well. For instance, Musa, it helped him get his life back on track and whatnot. And
Word. I spoke to Brother Muta one time on Ustream back in the day.
Yeah, he's a very inspirational individual, man. Crazy, awesome guys to talk to. It's weird. I think we both have him on Facebook as friends, but it's weird. Every time he clicks a like on my picture, I'm like, Muta. I'm just, it's so crazy,
Yeah. For real, man. That's the blessings that you have connections to these people who you may have listened to growing up and now are actually friends. That's an amazing story, man.
It is, truthfully. It's kind of unbelievable sometimes, but it's what it is. I still can't even say it. You know what I mean? It's just, I just don't believe it. Hopefully one day I will. But you also compose your own beats. How and when did you start that?
I was probably like 13 or 14 years old. We moved to the Excelsior district of San Francisco, which is in the Mission. Down the street from where I live, there's a Boys and Girls Club of America, which I later became the recording studio assistant. But I actually went in there one day, and they had a studio, and it was free to the public. So they kind of gave me an opportunity to, bang on the keyboard and show me how to work the shit. And we were already rapping, the people I was with at the time, but we didn't have no professional studios. We were working on drum machines and all kinds of shit. But they had Pro Tools when Pro Tools was new. They had the Roland JV. They had Planet Fat. They had a Nordly. I think that's what it's called, Nordly keyboard. Alicia's keyboard also. And just the sound was so wow. It was amazing, And that's pretty much how that started, from the Boys and Girls Club of America, allowing me the opportunity to work on some free music, like basically. And I think to this day they're still open. So if anybody in San Francisco, you want to go to the Excelsior District Boys and Girls Club, that's open to the public and it's free.
And I do remember when me and you first started talking, this was months and months ago, way before I even started my Outlaw Radio Live. I remember how I remembered you doing beats was you were cooking up some beats on Instagram Live, and I was watching you do your work, and I was like, good God, man, this guy's one fucking hell of a good producer, man.
Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. It's a trip how I found out about you. I saw your interview, or the phone call when you called Young Noel, and that shit really blew my mind, man. Your whole story, bro. I was like, I gotta follow this guy, man. That's a deep ass story, because Pac did a lot for me too. So, we comrades, you know what I mean? So to hear what happened to you, bro, and to see, man, I'm so proud, bro, and happy for you and everything, man.
And before we get right back into that, I gotta comment on that one thing, man. The reason why I do what I do, man, it's also for individuals like yourself, like the underground artists. But a part of me, I also do it as well to show everybody that no matter how much you do to me, I'm still gonna come back 10 times stronger. That's why I call myself DJ Immortal, because you might try and kill me, but I'm still here.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
But I love also helping other people as well, because I used to do rap music as well, and I know what it's like when people won't look at you. They're like, "Oh, you're rap music? Well, we don't deal with rap, or we don't do rap." You know what I mean? I want to be that guy to be like, "Look, you're really good. I want to help you get your word out," and that's where I want to come in. I want to be that guy.
Yes, sir. That's dope. That's dope, man. Not a lot of people do that for people, and especially somebody who's, interviewing the type of people you are now on the level that you are now, to still give underground cats a shot. That's real humble, and that shows good character to me. You know what I mean? Never lost love for the underground, bro, and I salute you for that, man.
Hey, man, you can never forget where you came from. You can never forget. I was at the bottom once too, and I still am at the bottom. I'm still in that hole trying to dig myself up to the top. I'm just getting lucky with these big guys, man.
Hey, shit, it's working, though, big dog. Hey, it's working, man.
Most definitely, man. So speaking of working, man, you know what I mean, and getting a huge opportunity, you recently just got signed to the Real Machiavelli Records, which is Kendrick Lusane and Kalon the Artist record label. Sorry. Could you tell us a bit about that, and how did it come to be? How did you get linked up with Kalon and Kendrick Lusane, which everybody else, that's Tupac's cousin?
So the story behind that is, you know how Instagram has the suggested followers or suggested people to follow category sometimes that pops up on screen?
Oh yeah.
So I was just scrolling through my shit or whatever, and then the Real Machiavelli Records popped up, right?
Yeah.
So I click follow, and then like shortly after, I got a follow back, and then a message from, I believe it was Kalon. He was like, "Yo, comrade, you know what I'm saying? We doing it for the GOAT, you know what I mean? For the love of Pac, man. Fuck with me, join us, you know what I'm saying?" I was like, "Shit, why not?" You know what I mean? So from that point on, we just conversed. We kept cool, DMing each other, liking each other's stats and stuff. And, I had released a single with the Outlaws, two of the Outlaws anyway, Young Nova and Edie. And he heard it, and he was like, "Yo, we want to distribute you," you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, "Man, fuck it, let's do it." That's pretty much how that came to place. And then, so, we got added to the group, the Machiavelli Disciples group. I don't know if you remember that group. That's how I met Kenny Black. Through that, he was in there, and then, he's reaching out to people. And, we exchanged numbers, and then we spoke. It was cool from that point on. Shout out to Kalon and Kenny Black. Respect, Kings. Thank you for the opportunity. Much love. Machiavelli Black Show went out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that group chat we were in. It was unfortunate that it had to end like that, man. Certain people were adding certain people, and just yeah.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy.
But it's social media and it's 2019. You know what I mean? People just can't get along nowadays, unfortunately.
For real.
So
yeah, man. It's.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, what, man?
Oh, it's all you, boss. Whenever you're ready to go. Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. You were also a member of 1L Productions record label. Could you tell us a bit about that? What artists are signed, and how did that come to be?
Okay, so 1L Productions is mine. I started it in, I think, the year 1999 or 2000 officially. 1L Productions stands for One Love Productions. I had two artists. Twan, he's on that CD. He had something wrong with his throat, so he couldn't sing no more. And he kind of wanted to do his own thing, so he parted. And then Carlisha, I met her at the Boys and Girls Club where I used to work at. We grew up together, and she sang real good, so I tried to put her on too. But I guess they changed their mind about how they felt about the art. I don't think they really do music anymore, so we kind of just parted. But it's all love. It's all love. I'll always be their friend and comrade, and if they ever need me, I'll always be there. But it's just me now. It's just me, and I'm with Kaylon and Kenny too. You know.
It's just part of the times, people tend to move on and whatnot, but at least you'll still have their backs, you know what I mean?
Most definitely. Friendship goes beyond business and music. If you really care about somebody, no matter their status, like your friends personally, would they still be your friends if you weren't the host of Outlaw Radio? If they don't, then that's not really your friend. You know what I mean?
That's the truth, and that's real talk. You know what I mean?
For real.
So, also, you were a part of Outlaw Nation Volume 5. Sorry. What was that experience like, and how did it come to be?
That experience was amazing, man. That was the second song I actually did with Young No. Basically, he had a public post, because for that project in particular, he was saying that it was just public. So I think if anybody who followed him saw it, and they had the bread to throw in to get on it, they would have got on if he approved, But that was it, man. Like he said, yo, let me hear some shit. So I saw him some links to some songs I did, and then he gave me the beat. And from there, it was like, man, I get busy to that beat. You know what I mean? And I heard it. It inspired me to write rhymes. I usually take long to write rhymes, but I wrote that shit in a few hours. Yeah, man, Young No. Shout out to Young No, big homie.
And that's crazy, man. Not a lot of artists ever get the chance to actually even be on a song with the Outlaws. You know what I mean? Let alone have that much prestige. You got to work with Young Noble and Edie Amin, man, the two living outlaws that are still doing music. So that is one hell of an accomplishment, man. That's a great thing, dude. So if you don't mind, could you tell us the name of that song? That way, if any of our listeners are listening and they want to hear it afterwards, they can actually go look it up.
The one on the Outlaw Nation Volume 5?
Yeah.
Okay, that song is called No Love. It's by Young Noble on the Outlaw Nation Volume 5, featuring Promise and James the Rebel. You can find that if you Google it, Outlaw Nation Volume 5. It's a free download. So if anybody wants that, it's for free. And there's some dope ass shit on there, man. Like, man, it's incredible. You got big names too. You got Yuck Mouth, you got Crazy Bone, you got Mr. Fab on there. It's wild, man. It's a dope ass project.
And I think it's about a 26-track album as well, all for free. And there's this dope track called Wounds, man.
Oh, that one is fire. The one with Edie.
Oh, Edie and Noble, man, talking about the night in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, man, that song just makes your hair stand up, shiver down your spine. It's like, damn, man, what the fuck did we just listen to?
Gas, bro, straight gas.
That's one of my favorite songs off that record, man. It really takes you back to like that night, and you're like, whoa.
For real, man.
So
that's crazy.
Your newest project just dropped not too long ago, called The Business of Entertainment. It's out now. Can you tell us a bit about it, the inspiration behind it, and also where can we get copies, man? Let's direct our listeners right to that link.
Okay, so that project actually is basically a compilation of songs I've done over the years. Really, the main goal with that was to promote my new single coming out, which is a three-song single. I wanted to give it out for free, but then Kaylon was like, nah, bro, we need to get it. You know what I'm saying? We need to charge heads for this. So, we end up doing that. But that's available right now on iTunes. Just Google The Business of Entertainment by Promise, and that should pop up. It's also available on CD Baby and many other platforms. It may also be available for streaming on Spotify also at the moment, too. So if you don't want to buy it, stream it,
And that's real talk right there, guys, Stream it. He's still getting some coin from it. So I got to ask this. What's next for Promise? Any new projects? Any new collaborations with Kaylon? Anything new to concert dates? Let us know, man. Anything new?
So basically shows, no shows at the moment. Speaking of Kaylon, me and him are planning to do an album together where I do all the beats and he does all the rapping, maybe a mixtape. I'm currently working on a new single. It's a 3-song single. For one song, I have Kalon and Trigger Trife on the song. If you don't know who Trigger Trife is, y'all need to figure out who that is.
New Jersey vet.
Shout out to Jerbs. For real, and it's produced by my man K-Thug from Rhode Island. That song, the chorus, we shout out every state from A to Z, you know what I mean? Every state in the chorus. And another song is featuring actually. It's produced by Mohi. It's called Pain, inspired by the death of Nipsey Hussle. We're going to call it Peace. The song's called Peace. We're going to try to do something inspirational for the people with all the negativity in the world and people talking about shooting and killing. Somebody needs to come with that other shit, to help, better society than destroy it. And the third song is produced by my homie The Animals from the same neighborhood as me, you know what I'm saying? He produced the hit record Hyphy Juice by the Team. I don't know if you ever heard that song, but they had a beverage and all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? It was a real big song. Him featuring JB, the artist from North Carolina, for the new project. Oh yeah, and look out for Kalon's new project dropping November 5th. I'm saying I Am Machiavelli. That shit right there about to be crazy, man. For real.
Man, you're a busy guy, man. Like straight up,
you're
working on a lot of projects, bro.
May I mention 2 more if it's okay?
Oh man, go ahead, man. You have the floor, dude. We got a 3-hour time slot. We're not even out of the first hour yet, so man, you got it. Let's go.
Okay, thanks, bro. Another project I'm on is Nutso's new stuff supposed to drop soon. Beta LA Volume 1. That's just supposed to be tremendous. He got people like Too Short, E40, Keep the Sneak on there. So make sure you check that shit out. And then I want to say, I don't know if he wanted me to, but fuck it, I'm going to just say it anyway. Outlaw Nation Volume 6, I just confirmed the slot for that too, so be on the lookout for that too, you know what I'm saying, by Young No.
Yo, man, that's straight up. We're probably the first people to know that shit, so you know what, man, congratulations on that, man. I'm glad, man.
Thanks,
I remember last night I saw that post and I hit you up. I'm like, man, you need to get on this shit.
For real, yeah.
That's dope, man. I'm glad you're on that, bro. Like you deserve that recognition, man. Especially doing on another Young Noble Outlaw Nation. Dope, man. That's dope.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to build with the homie Young Noble. He's a real talented dude, and being a part of Machiavelli Records, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the first artist under Tupac's Machiavelli Records. So, for us to not reach out to him and build with him will be, it's you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, man. I gotta say, Young Noble as well. He's a very, very fan-oriented individual as well, man. If you actually reach out to him, he'll message you back.
Yeah, real dude.
Shout out to Noble, man. Shout out to Young Noble.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, this is the time in the interview that I give the people that come on the air. Well, you heard it a million times because you listen almost every week, but I'm gonna say it anyways. A chance for the people that come on the show to give shout-outs or give thanks to whoever they want to give shout-outs or thanks to, and also your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and you on your journey.
Okay, so my social media handles are for Facebook, it's Daryl Ayub Liquidini, DARRYL space AYOUB, last name LICUDINE, and my Instagram handle is Promise at Promise PROMISE, the number 1 and then L, so Promise 1L. And shout outs, I like to thank God Almighty for giving me life and everything. I like to thank you for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? God bless you and your family always. Shout out to all the real Machiavelli Records artists. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendrick Lassane. Make sure you check out MohammedSchools.org and donate to that. Also, you got a movie, a Netflix movie he's working on, looking for investors. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all trying to get down, get down. Let me shout out Kalon. Once again, his album dropping November 5th. And check out Manifest, which is already out now. That shit's straight gas. You know what I'm saying? Available on CD Baby, iTunes as well. Manifest by Kalon, the artist. Spark the Brain. It's support that. You know what I'm saying? They really trying to help the community and better people by many different ways. People with autism, giving out clothes. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people that do that. So please support that. Let me shout out the homie Bars from QB. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped an album called Celebration. The homie West Coast Stone dropped some new shit too. Everybody that was involved in the projects and project I've released already, and anybody else I forgot to mention, thank you so much for your support, and I wish the best for everybody.
And before I get you off the air, man, before I let you go, I gotta ask this. So directly after this interview, this is gonna be for the live audience and also for the exclusive people on Spotify and iHeartRadio, and the whole list goes on, including YouTube. I want to ask you, the song They Can Say. I want to ask, what is that song about? Give us a little rundown of it. That way our listeners can get a bigger grasp over the concept of the song. And also, after you say that, could you tell us one last time where we can buy your brand new album that just came out?
Okay. So the song They Can Say is featuring an artist from the Bay Area named Outlaw. And Outlaw, she is actually a real dope artist. People may not know her because herself, she ain't super huge, but she's actually a ghostwriter and stuff also. So she may have actually wrote, some songs that you know of. I reached out to her because, we from the same state, same city almost, and she's one of the most talented people I know. I made the beat, tried to get her on the song. She did her thing, and that's pretty much that. It's really about life, things I was going through at the time, how I viewed life, how I want people to view me, just expressing the way I see things and stuff like that. And the new project is available once again on CD Baby, iTunes, and many other major platforms. It's called The Business of Entertainment by Promise.
Man, I want to say, Promise, thank you so much for providing us with your time, man. It was an absolute honor. You have yourself a wonderful night, man. God bless, and most definitely keep in touch, homie.
Yes, sir. Anytime. I'm always going to support you, big dog. Anytime you need me, just give me a holler, man.
I appreciate that, man. Two loves. God bless you, homie.
Two loves, man. Peace.
Alright, guys, here it is. The exclusive song, They Can Say. Promise, get that album right now. Baby.
Promise. K-L-I-D. Cognac over the glaciers. Moon cow, got a villain feeling for paper. Alcohol in my veins, shot smoking on juice sweets. Thinking about my life, how the game gets too deep. Another day, another stack in my foresight. Got enough dough to cop half a brick of that raw white. I'm chillin', though I put it in raps, cause jail's option. My last case could've put me in the coffin. I dodged my demise more than once in my life's clock, cause death wasn't ready to take a youngster from the guap. While I'm still here, the truth's unknown. Fuck it, leave it a mystery, baby, just get more. Rolex plans for the future. Catholic school kid turned Lex Luthor till I'm iced out. Glossing dead reptiles with diamonds in my teeth, giving hoes a cold smile. Watching my steps, what will I meet first? Success or the black curses? Fly women, all I'm thinking about is they purses. Try to get them for dope, that's so I'm worth it. Machiavelli stuck in my brain, that MOB shit. Get rich or die broke, and never be shit. Time's moving faster than ever. Trying to multiply my mozzarella at least 5 times or better. Maxi pad at the brown, 90 proof soaked up. Trying to get so fly, I float up. When I smoke, my eyes close shut and start dreaming. How the fuck I'ma blow up and start scheming? Big things, what I'm craving. My Rolls Royce fantasies, flossing, living like made men. Till my bank account's big like Chris Wallace. 1L, my niggas, your homie, Promise. Assassins, 811, L, Chief Latif, the homie Prophet, the Animals, Squadron, Carlicia, Twine, 1L, baby. And we out.
Where music is sold. Shout out to Promise. Thank you so much again for coming up on Outlaw Radio Live.